Welcome back to another juicy lower body session today. We're using very, very minimal equipment. So I have a set of 1 kilogram ankle weights on today, so 0.5 kilogram on each ankle. We're going to be using a chair as our bar in today's lower body session, and I have a stable yoga block for the last sequence in class today. If you don't have a chair, maybe coming next to a wall or something that you can put your fingers on just for a little bit of stability. So maybe a kitchen countertop or the back of the sofa or something like that, that is sort of this height, sort of belly button height. We're going to be going through a lot of unilateral work today, lots of glute work, really satiating all of those lower body muscles in our usual bar altar style. So once you have what you need, meet me at the tip of the mat. Bring in the feet hips width distance, softening the soles of the feet. Softening the belly, tucking the tailbone slightly as you roll those shoulders, allowing them to melt down the back. Big breath in, allow the ribs to flay. Soft exhale. Big breath in again. Soft exhale, allow that breath to drain from you. Bringing the arms wide as you inhale, reaching for the sky. Exhale, coming down over the legs, reaching for the ground. Tailbone comes high. We're going to just swivel through the tailbone slightly. Relaxing the back of the head. And allowing it to feel like this moving massage. Coming through center, picking up that left leg and sending it far back, dropping that knee. Then we're going to unravel through the right leg. So I'm just sending the right glute towards the left foot and just rolling forward. If this isn't part of your practice, part of the warm-up, you can do the exact same thing all the way up on that knee. Beautiful. Next time you roll forward, plant that foot. Unravel the spine, arms follow. Big breath in, allow the ribs to flay. Exhaling back ever so slightly, reaching the chin, the chest up towards the sky. Elbows draw wide, framing the front toes. Picking up the back knee, stepping forward with that foot. Unraveling all the way up to standing, arms follow, big breath in. Easing over the legs, exhaling, raising the tailbone, little sway side to side, allow it to really feel like this massage through the spine. Yeah. Coming through center, picking up that right leg. Sending her far back behind, gently dropping that knee, unraveling through the left. So I'm just rolling back and forth on that left heel, sending my glutes back, drawing them forward, just opening up the hips as we warm up. Rolling forward, planting that foot, unraveling, taking the arms with it, big breath in. Exhaling back. Drawing those elbows wide, bringing them round to frame the toes. We're going to take that left leg back to meet the right. Walking the hands back, coming all the way up to standing. Bringing that chair into your space. Okay. I've got it towards the tip of my mat. Feet are just going to come hips width distance. Hands are just going to rest on that chair. You're going to draw the right leg back. So the right toes are pointed, the left foot is flat. So we're just gonna bend that right leg so it's back behind the left knee. We're just gonna do a little lift, little lift. So what we're trying to do here is keep both hip points in one line. Your body is about a forearm's distance away from that chair, and you're just lengthening the right foot away from you. If you feel that there's pinching in that hip, you can just come down onto your elbows, so you're going to be leant forward just a little bit more. This actually feels more comfortable for me, so I'm going to just stay down here for a little moment. Lift, 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 little lifts. Okay, in 2 counts, we're going to hold it high. We're going to do tiny pulses in 2 and 1, so it's a tiny, tiny. So what that means is you're coming to the top point of contraction and you're rolling over that point of contraction. Belly button's pulled into the spine, shoulders are rolled back and broad. There's a little bend in that left knee. Yeah. Okay, 2 counts, we're gonna hold it back. We're gonna do a scorpion tail. So we're gonna pivot the knee out to the side and then bring it back down to center in 2 and 1. So we're gonna pivot the knee, bring it through center. Pivot the knee, bring it through center. Notice how my hips are staying in one line. So I'm not opening the hip. I'm just pivoting the knee so the toes are reaching for the opposite shoulder. Yeah? Beautiful, stay with it. Let's do 4, 3. In 2 counts, we're gonna bring our hands back up to the top of the chair. We're just gonna bring this right knee in towards the chest and then do a full kick back in 2 and 1. So keeping the leg high, coming all the way up. We're gonna bring that right knee in towards the chest, leaning forward, extend the leg long. So knee comes into chest, extending it long. And if you have different heights on the back of your chair, you can always lower the hands slightly if that feels a little bit more comfortable, if you've got a little bit more room there. So let's detail the shape. Your hip points are trying to stay in one line. You're squeezing through that right glute, all the pressure's through the left heel. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna add on. In 4 counts, every time our leg extends backwards, we're gonna lift the front heel. Yes. In 2 and 1. So bringing the knee in, extend back, lift. Drop the heel, bring the knee in, extend back, lift. Knee in and drop. So the heel only lifts when the leg goes back. My chest comes forward ever so slightly, squeezing through that right heel, the right glute. 4, 3. In 2 counts, we're gonna stay with the leg back, heel up. We're gonna do tiny pulses in 2 and 1. Leg goes back, lift, lift, lift. Tiny lifts to the end. 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Beautiful. Draw that leg in, let it go. I'm gonna swivel my chair across to the other side, just so you can see me. We're gonna do the opposite side. So feet are gonna come hips width distance. Hands are just gonna rest on that chair. All the weight goes through the right leg. You're gonna point the left, bend at the knee. We're gonna do little presses back. Again, if you'd rather come down onto the elbows, that feels a little bit more comfortable to you. Perfect. Listening to your body always. This is your movement session, your practice. No one else's. Breathing through, broadening that chest, belly button's hugged in, hip bones trying to bring them in one line. So you're trying to bring the left hip down in line with the right. Move into tiny pulses right now. Lift, lift, lift. Rolling over the top point of that contraction. We won't be here long, I know. 4, 3, long counts. 2. In one count, we're gonna hold it back, scorpion tail that leg. 1, holding it there, knee goes out and center, out and center. So imagine there's a light on the end of the knee and it's pointing down towards the ground and then pointing out towards the side. Big breath into the body. I know that she's burning. 8, 7, 6, staying with it, so strong. 5, 4, okay, in 3 counts, we're gonna hold the leg up. We're gonna come onto our hands. We're gonna bring the knee in towards the chest, sending the leg long. 3, 2, last one, holding the leg high. Hands are gonna come onto the tip of the chair, bringing the knee up, sending the leg long. Again, if you have different heights, you can play with the height of the hands. Knee comes in, stretching long. Every time you stretch long, you're stretching those toes away. Crown is reaching forward. So imagine trying to lengthen through the body. Whew. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, in 2 counts, we're gonna start lifting the front heel every time the leg goes long. In 2 and 1. So it's a little raise. I'm gonna move back just a smidge. So raising the front heel every time the leg goes long. Chest comes forward slightly. Big breaths. Still bending the front knee. So never locking out the front knee. Squeezing through that foot. In 2 counts, we're gonna hold it long. We're gonna do tiny little pulses in 2. And 1, holding it long, little lift, lift. Broadening that chest, lifting through the crown. 4, 3, 2, holding it high. Beautiful, let it go. I'm gonna take this chair over to the other side again, grabbing that block, bringing that block in towards the center of your space. So you've got a little distance between your chair and the block this time. We're gonna step onto that block. So heels are gonna come up onto the block. We're gonna bring the heels in towards each other. So toes are out on a V. You're gonna reach the crown high. So what we have a tendency to do is to lean forward. So leaning back slightly, tucking the tailbone under slightly, squeezing those glutes, reaching the crown high. Our knees are gonna track wide and lift, wide and lift. So every time I straighten the legs, they're not fully straightening. The lift is coming from me squeezing those glutes, squeezing the cheeks in towards each other. And if you feel any pinching in the knees, lose the block, pop your feet directly on the ground. Always want to protect the knees. Yeah. Staying low in 2 and 1. So it's a dip, dip, dip. Little dips. So your fingers are super light on that surface. And the chair or the surface, if anything, is allowing you to stay back. It's this point of contact that reminds you to lean backwards and create that space between the surface and yourself. Okay, in 2 counts, we're gonna stay low. The right foot is gonna stay forward. We're gonna track it round in a semicircle behind us and then take it out to the side. In 2 and 1, so staying low, Right foot comes forward. We're going to track it back, track it forward. So we're just drawing a half moon. And you're trying to keep this stability, this anchoring through the other heel. So notice how my body isn't rocking at all. If it feels a little bit more comfortable to bend that knee, that's absolutely perfect. Just listening to your body. Otherwise, you've got a relatively straight leg, pointing and pushing and lengthening through the toes. Squeezing the glute on the way back. Yeah. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Last one, dropping the toes back, bringing the front foot so it's parallel, it's facing forward. We're gonna dip down, straighten up through. Notice how I lift and lengthen through the thighs. Hands are super gentle. There's hardly any weight through my hands. Belly's pulled in, shoulders are rolled back. Gaze in at one point. Yeah. 4, 3. In 2 counts, we're gonna stay high. We're just gonna start bringing the right leg up into our elbow, so our right elbow. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, it's gonna be spicy. This is what it's gonna look like in 2 and 1. So staying high, you're gonna take the right foot to the side. You're gonna take your right arm up. We're gonna draw the elbow to the knee, lengthening down. Drawing it up, lengthen down. Exhale as you bring it up. Inhale as you lengthen. I've put my elbow on the chair just for an extra bit of support. 8. Using the core muscles. 7, 6, 5, real squeeze. 4, staying with it. 3, 2. Last 1, resetting that foot on the block, pinching the heels together, little dips. So you've come straight down into that little dip. Catching your breath. We have to do the other side. As always, hands are super gentle on the surface. You can even leave the surface if that's part of your practice. Yeah. 2 counts, we're gonna step that left foot forward. Moon half circle it back in 2 and 1. So left leg goes forward, right leg is bent. Half and forward. Taking it back and forward. So we're trying to stay still. We're trying to anchor through that right heel. Keeping the work through that right thigh. Pressing the right heel down. So the work here is happening in both legs, but predominantly we've got this stability through the right. Squeezing that left glute every time you lengthen back. You can come forward ever so slightly if you feel a pinch in the thighs. 4, 3 and 2 counts. We're keeping the leg back, little dips, little lunges in 2 and 1. So straightening that front leg, coming into a lunge and a lift. So the lift is coming from me straightening and lengthening those thighs. Keeping the front knee behind those toes. Crown reaches high. Keeping the hips in one line, pulling that belly button in. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. 4, 3, 2, Staying high, right elbow comes down, left leg goes to the side, left arm goes up, elbow to knee, extend. Elbow to knee, extend. Real extension, so you're stretching away, drawing it in. Little pause at the top, little squeeze, really activating those obliques. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do 4, 3, staying with it. 2. Beautiful, last 1. Coming all the way out of it, feet come back onto that block, settle down into that squat. Hands can be on the chair or on your hips. Just pause for 4, for 3, 2. Beautiful, let it go. Gently coming off that block, setting the chair off to the side, taking the block off to the side. Just gonna come down into a child's pose, so coming onto your knees. Knees are gonna go wide, hands are gonna reach forward, glutes reach backwards. You can rest your forehead on the ground, stretching through the lats. Just allowing your chest to settle, allowing your heart rate to settle. Beautiful. Rolling forward, dropping the hips, raising through the chin. Hucking the chin, rolling all the way back to child's pose. I'm just going to roll through this sequence. Tucking the chin, rolling through the back, all the way down. Let's do 1 more. Rolling forward. And then coming into all fours, stable, neutral back. Gonna step the right foot forward, bringing the hip points forward. We're gonna open that right hand all the way up to the sky. Big breath in, maybe gazing at that sky. Maybe dropping the hand back, gazing behind you. Arching that hand all the way over to the front, leaning back on that right heel. Releasing, taking that knee back. We're going to take the left foot forward, sending the hips forward. Right hand stays down. We're going to take the left hand to the sky, gazing up, bringing the glutes forward. Catching your breath. Maybe taking that hand behind you, gazing behind. And still keeping the glutes forward, the hips forward, stretching through that right side. Beautiful, arching the hand forward. Gonna roll back on the heel, bringing the toes up towards the sky. And here we're stretching our chest forward before we lower the chest down. So rather than curving down, we're trying to lengthen. Always trying to lengthen. Rocking forward, releasing, then coming to whatever comfortable seated position suits you. We're gonna close the eyes, take the hands wide, big breath in. Reaching the hands all the way up towards the sky, allowing the ribs to flare. And as the hands meet, exhale, drawing the shoulders down, drawing the hands down into heart center. Big breath in, allow the body to flare and fill with air. Slow exhale, allow it to settle. One more big inhale. Soft, settling exhale. beautiful practice today. I will see you in your next session.